said I bear no knowledge of such an event.
Well, I come back to what I said in the first place. That's not the same as a categorical denial.
Well, that's your interpretation. I cannot take it further. I say I've got no knowledge of such an event.
It may be interpreted by the American people.
Well, that's up to you. You can interpret it the way you want to.
At some point, we announced that South Africa is engaged in looking at the application of this vast amount of energy to do some maybe some civil applications like building of dams, etc., and creating cavities underground for storage of oil, etc., etc. So it was never designed to be a offensive type thing, that one would like to kill people.
I think that, you know, the time for, you know, obscuring what happened is over. To those who cling to this notion that it was for peaceful purposes and for building dams, all they have to do is get hold of a copy of Hansard, which is the parliamentary record, and to see what their president said at the time.
The objective was the provision of 7 nuclear fission devices, which was considered the minimum for testing purposes and for the maintenance thereafter of a credible deterrent capability.
With the release of Nelson Mandela after 27 years of incarceration, there is hope that South Africans have seen the end of a closed society ruled by fear and repression. In April 1994, South Africa holds its first democratic elections. The ANC win a landslide victory, and a euphoric mood sweeps over the citizens of a divided country. The resounding cry, "Never again," echoes in everyone's mind. To heal the wounds after decades of apartheid rule, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission attempts to reveal the atrocities of the past. However, those involved in the production of nuclear weapons are not called to account.
I feel the TRC should have considered this, because when we think about what was going on, this was the development of weapons of mass destruction, which today we would take very seriously indeed. The weapons were created to try and defend apartheid, and so there was liability on the part of the weapons manufacturers. They knew what they were doing.